Hello anybody out there, Ricky again, back with the update for week 4 and 5 as I missed last week for very good reason. I was waiting until I had surgery on my second arm, which was delayed numerous amounts of times, which I'll explain. Very stressful week, so up and down. So what happened basically, I got told, not the weekend before, be ready, hopefully should be in on early in the week, hopefully on the Monday. Got a call on Sunday saying your part's not in, which is the endo button, which is basically the screw top that goes in after it's been drilled to create the tension. It's not in stock, so could be middle of the week. I think I got a call on the Tuesday or the Wednesday saying, can you go kneel bar mouth? Done the kneel bar mouth, got the call in the morning saying it's still not in, and there's a national shortage, and it could if it doesn't come in, you could potentially be looking at the end of the month for when the neck surgeon's back on rota. Obviously I was absolutely screwing. I know they're doing their best, but I think I went kneel bar mouth 2 or 3 times in a week and got let down, and I basically just give up all hope. On the Thursday, I was meant to be going Newmarket races with all my friends and my missus and that. So I started having a gin and tonic in the chair, and then about 5 p.m. I got a call saying they've gone to a different company. They found another part that they need for this. Would I be willing to come in on Friday morning, on the 12th I think it was, to get it done? And I was like, I can't say no, so I accepted. So I went in at 7 a.m, didn't get down in surgery till about 12:30, it was so long. But I had it done, so I'm very grateful, by a different surgeon who was a lovely lady. When I woke up, quite a lot of pain, to be honest. I'll explain what my theory is on that in a minute. But yeah, got it done on the Friday. Obviously, by that time I just had enough. I couldn't be bothered to do a video. Just sort of recovering over the weekend, and then But as I was, and the surgeon said, obviously at that point I was in my brace on this arm at 30 degrees flexion, and she said it'll be too difficult for you, so discard the brace, and just don't overstretch it. Be very careful with it. She said that it's healed very well, so they was happy for the brace to come off. So I only had the brace on for 2 weeks, which I think is amazing, really. Go on. Sorry, it's my son. He might interrupt a few times. So brilliant. The brace was off. Go on, mate. Nice. The brace was on, taken off, and so I just left the hospital like this. So it feels like I've gone back to square one again, but actually I'm kind of progressing. And to be fair, last week it was difficult, to be honest. Even with no brace on, it makes me think, do you know what? Because at the start I wanted them both done at the same time, so I could get back to work quicker. But to be honest, I really struggled with this brace off. I basically had to relearn how to use it again and be a bit brave with it. Not lifting too much on it, but just everyday stuff. Brushing my teeth, I just had to get used to it all again. Things like that. It was really tough, to be honest. Last week was mentally very challenging, with both arms basically out of action, it felt like. So I definitely made the right call by spacing out the surgeries by 4 weeks. So that was that. So the left one's done, and pain-wise, I have to say it felt like the incision pain was 10 times worse than the first one. But my theory on that is, it feels like I've got no nerve damage in this one, so they haven't touched the nerve or moved it in any way, so it's not numb at all. So I the cocodamol. I've done the full course, and I went to get extra because the pain was quite unbearable on this one. It's died off now, but the first week was pretty tough. But going back to this arm, I come out straight away, and the nerve was like I didn't have any feeling in it for about a month, going up the side there and on the hand, and now all of a sudden last week I started getting tingling, pins and needle sensation in it, like burning, and it was really, so I had pain in this one on the incision, and then the numb and tingly pain on here where I never had that for 4 weeks. It's coming on strong. But what I've been reading is that apparently that's the nerve starting to regenerate. So I spoke to the surgeon and the physio, and they said it's generally a good sign that you're getting tingling again, because it's all regenerating, and it should come back fully over time. Might leave a couple of tiny numb patches, but I can still feel it now, like pretty numb and tingly, numb there, but I'm getting more shooting pains, tingly and burning. So my theory is the first surgeon moved the nerve, so I didn't have any pain in this at all, really. But this one, I've got no nerve damage and pain, but I can feel the wound pain that lasted a lot longer. So just shows you two surgeries, two different surgeons, probably done it a little bit different technique-wise, and they feel completely different, to be fair, which I was expecting them to feel pretty similar. So another hurdle to overcome, but trying to get there. But I feel like the worst week's over now, which was definitely last week. It just felt so useless. I've gone back to the start, even though I hadn't. Just getting really frustrated, angry. It's in myself that I was struggling to do anything, to be honest. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Also, last week I had a go at cryotherapy on the Monday, because I was struggling with the pain a lot in this one. So I thought I'd go and try it out. A few people recommended. It was okay, to be honest. It felt like a bit of a money trap. Just like an ice bath, really. More modern, flash way to do it. Glad I did it, but I spoke to me physio, which I'll mention in a minute, and he said, you know what, it's mainly good for after intense workouts or sports that you've done. Not really heard any things about post-surgery that helps. It does ice does reduce swelling, but it's nothing you can't do at home with an ice pack. Like, I want to localise the area instead of whole body, basically, so I'll probably knock that on the head, but glad I tried it. Wound wise, this one is looking really, really good now. Really good. I don't know if you can see that at all, but yeah, it's pretty much got a thin white line now, and that's near enough there on this one. So the surgeon was really happy with the wound, so am I, to be honest. Really neat and tidy. So this leads me to the physio. I gave up on the NHS physios. I can't wait that long, so I've gone private, someone I know, and went and see him last Friday. He basically, he gave me some isometric active and recommended occlusion blood flow restriction, which is this little toy that I bought. Basically, you strap it around your arm, and I'm getting a bit of a pump by just doing this a few times a day, and it really cuts the blood flow off, and it really feels like you're lifting heavy weights when you're not. He said this will help build up the bicep without putting any strain on the tendon, which makes sense, which is a great idea. So I've started doing that. Isometrics, so it's like pushing against a force, like I'm pushing down on the table to get your triceps at 90 degrees, pushing down and pushing up on a neutral position. I'm not doing that way yet, and that way, even though I've got pretty good pronation and supination, to be honest. I've been working hard at that, very, very hard. That was the main thing I was worried about. But that's come back nicely now. Not much manipulation needed. I can do it all myself. But this little baby just comes off like that. Put it around your arm. But also on this arm I'm pretty straight, as you can see. Got it just about there now. Probably a little few degrees to go. And pretty happy with that. Still a bit sore and tight. I feel a little stretch there, but you know, it's coming. It's definitely coming. So I'll be on 5 weeks today post surgery, and you know, I'm feeling like it's definitely coming along. Still got no peak there yet, but it feels good. You can feel it in there, the tendon now, nice and strong. And but yeah, I have the physio I see. He also give me a little scraping tool, and obviously I've got some bio oil to go on the scar, just to break down that scar tissue. So I've just been doing that 2-3 times a day. So I think that will just, you know, release that little bit of extra that I need to get to a straight arm. And then as of next week, I think I'll be pretty much there, to be honest, and probably step up the rehab at that point on this arm, adding some weight somewhere hopefully. Physio said to me he doesn't want to put any load through the tendon until after 6 weeks, so that's next Monday. So I'm due to see him after that, so we'll see where we go from there. But for this arm, yeah, just going to carry on with them exercises he gave me. Just try and get rid of the numbness and tingling if I can, just by massaging it and keeping this busy, because I'll be honest, last week the pain was pretty bad, and I thought I don't want to be. It's not something you'd want to live with for the rest of your life, that sort of pain. But it has died down a little, but it's still there. It's a little bit annoying. It's more annoying than anything. But the surgeon, as long as I have my motor, they call it the motor pin or something. As long as I can do that and they, you know, I haven't damaged the nerve. It's just been moved out of the way and aggravated. So it'll come. So yeah, you can see the arm there. Pretty good. So we're getting there. What's next? I'm due to see the surgeon this Friday, 26th, and that will be near enough 6 weeks post-op by then. So I'm hoping, I'd imagine I'll see him, and if he's okay with everything, then hopefully he'll be able to step up. He's been liaising with my physio, so hopefully they'll speed up the program for me, as it's going quite well this arm, from what I know. And as regards to this, what's this? This is 10 days today post-op for this, so I'd imagine on Friday when I see him, this will be coming off and I'll be in the arm brace again. So, you know, things are moving now. Like I'm starting to get a bit happier, as last week was honestly such a strain emotionally. I felt sorry for my missus. I was so snappy and down with it all. Just felt useless, but a lot more positive this week. So I think I've covered everything there that's gone on. I've got to mention something just a bit different. As I've done this in CrossFit, CrossFit is an amazing community, and this little story I'm about to tell you just proves it. I had no idea. I had the owners of my CrossFit gym turn up at my door on, I think it was Friday morning, with flowers for my missus, a card from all the members in the box in the gym, and an envelope. And they was like, "Don't open it till you get inside." I was like, "Okay, thanks so much." It's a lovely gesture. I opened the envelope, and they've all done a collection for me for £1,800. I could not believe it. Honestly, it was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. And it's a massive amount of money, because I'm self-employed. It really does help take a little bit of the financial strain off. It was not even about the money. It was the thought that so many people wrote in the card and like put a bit of money in. It could have been £200. I'd have felt the same. I felt, but £1,800 is unbelievable. You know, it's you know, it really does help me and my family out, and we're so grateful for it. It was just such a nice gesture, and just proves it's an amazing community, and there is some good people out there still. And me and my missus broke, so choked up. Had like tears in my eyes pretty much all day. So emotional with it, I just couldn't believe it. It's like I won one of the game shows or something. You know what I mean? It's just like that stuff don't happen to people normally. Just so grateful, and I'll forever be in their debt. Yeah, with that, I'll never forget that amazing feeling. So, but that's the soppy stuff out of the way. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. That's how we're going. So right arm, little summary. Right arm is 5 weeks post-op, pretty much straight in it. Got a few exercises to do on it. Isometric, active, occlusion, blood flow restriction with a band. And this arm, just stuck in this back slab at the minute. So this will be in the arm, in the brace on Friday, and then I should be getting to start ready to rock and roll and progress, doing some more interesting things in the gym hopefully, and building back up that bicep. Definitely on this one anyway. So yeah, it's good. It's good to be on fit, back feeling positive, back with a physio, giving me a bit of direction now, not just sort of winging it online and flip-flopping between programs. I've got a proper program set now. I actually haven't done much workout because I was so drained last week and the week before, with the surgery on off, and then I was in a lot of pain anyway, and I just didn't want to. If I tripped over or anything, I couldn't, because I didn't have my brace and I didn't feel comfortable to break my fall or anything if I could trip up. So I've left training. Feel like I feel it around my waist a little bit and all. So I'm gonna wait until I've got the robo arm back on this on Friday. I call it the robo arm, by the way. All my kids call it the robo arm, so sorry about that. The brace on Friday, and then after I've got that on, I'm going to start getting back into the CrossFit gym, start doing legs again, and hopefully add a bit of load onto this and see what happens. So that's it. Sorry I've rambled on, but I wanted to do it quick for my little boy kept interrupting me. So peace out. I'll do one next Monday again and see where we're at. See you later.